Hi, I'm Jeff Pulver, and welcome to Jeff's Place. I'm grateful to have a chance to share some live music with you and introduce you to some amazing artists who we've been listening to and whose sound we just love. And I want to thank in advance Lauren and Harry, who are here, who the co-producers of the show. They work really on the front door. I'm in the front of the room, and I want to kick off to Mackenzie, who is our first artist of the day. And I'm grateful, first of all, to have you join us and come back. But for people who are hearing you for the very first time, could you share a little bit about yourself, some of your musical influences, and what we might be listening to today, Mackenzie?
Okay, sure. So, hello everyone. My name is Mackenzie Lee Clement. I've been on a few of these shows before, and it's really great to be back. I love performing for all of you. My influences would be definitely like Stevie Wonder, Elton John, Billy Joel, and then kind of the theatrical aspect of Queen. I like kind of dramatic stuff, and a lot of my original stuff can kind of tend to be like that. Today, I'm going to do probably a handful of covers along with a handful of originals. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy.
Wonderful. Okay, Mackenzie, the stage is yours, and just start. Welcome to Jeff's Place. Mackenzie, you're up.
Okay, so this first song I have for you guys is going to be a Bonnie Raitt tune, and I hope you guys like it. Turn down the lights, turn down the bed, turn down these voices inside my head. Lay down with me, tell me no lies, just hold me close, don't patronize, don't patronize me. I can't make you love me if you don't. I can't make your heart feel something it won't. Here in the dark, in these final hours, I will lay down my heart and I'll feel the power, but you won't. No, you won't. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't. I'll close my eyes, then I won't see the love you don't feel when you're holding me. Daylight and we will come, and I'll do what's right. But until then, I can't win this fight. Can't win this fight. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't. I can't make your heart feel something it won't. Here in the dark, in these final hours, I will lay down my heart and I'll feel the power, but you won't. No, you won't. 'Cause I can't make you love me if you don't. If you don't. If you don't.
Very nice.
Thank you
That's a
so
great way to
much.
start.
Thank
Yay.
you. These next two tunes for you are going to be both Carole King songs, and I hope you like them. Stayed in bed all morning just to pass the time. There's something wrong here, there can be no denying. One of us is changing, or maybe we just stopped trying. And it's too late, baby, now it's too late. And we really did try to make it. Something inside it died, and I can't hide, but I can't fake it. There's so many good times that I had with you. You're light and breezy, now you're feeling blue. I'm so sad for what we had and how I once loved you. And it's too late, baby, now it's too late. And we really did try to make it. Something inside it died, and I can't hide, but I can't fake it. And it's too late, baby, now it's too late. I really did try to make it. Something inside it died, and I can't hide, but I can't fake it. It's too late, baby, it's too late. Oh, my darling, and it's too late.
Well played. I wish we could make these claps audible, but it'd be crazy.
It's okay. I appreciate being here. It's really awesome, like I said, to be, even if it's just a virtual stage, to be in front of people and perform. Like I said, this is one of my favorite things to do, and I really appreciate being here today, sharing it all with you. This next song, again, like I said, is another Carole King song, and it's called Earth Moves. And a lot of these types of kind of older songs I put my own spin on. So this one included has a little bit of my own Mackenzie flair to it. I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down and tumbling down. I feel my heart start to trembling whenever you're around. Darling, when you're near me and you tenderly call my name, I know that my emotions are something I can't tame. I just got to have you, got to have you. Oh, I gotta have you, baby. Oh, I gotta have you, baby. I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down and tumbling down. I feel my heart start to trembling whenever you're around. Baby, when you're near me and you tenderly call my name, I know that my emotions are something I can't tame. I just got to have you, gotta have you. Oh, I gotta have you, baby.
have you, baby. Darling, and you're near me, and you tenderly call my name. I know that my emotions are something I can't tame. I just got to have you. I gotta have you. Oh, I gotta have you, baby.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you so much. These next few songs for you all are going to be originals of mine. And like we mentioned a little bit earlier, maybe the audience wasn't here, but I'm actually starting at Berkeley first semester and I'm extremely excited. I'm planning on going for songwriting with Bonnie Hayes and film scoring, which is extremely exciting to me. It is such an amazing opportunity to be able to go there. And yeah, so this is some of the music that I've been writing recently. I'm going to be coming out with an EP really soon. It's been really hard because of COVID and traveling and working with people is a little bit difficult. It was going to be with Bob St. John, the producer for Nuno Betancourt. So
That's
it was going to
great.
be
Could,
a really,
when
really,
you
really awesome opportunity.
when you do the originals, just if you could share a little bit about the backstory, about the inspiration for what you're singing about, that'd be
Of
great.
course. Yeah.
Thank you.
Um, but yeah, you can check out my original music on Reverb Nation, Mackenzie Lee Clement, Instagram, Mackenzie Lee Clement, Facebook. They're all just my name. It's on the Zoom thing. But yeah, this first song is called Simple. And I've done this one before on these shows, but things have been really complicated and complex in the world because of COVID and politics. And this song to me is about going back to being young when things were simple and life wasn't so, crazy and complicated. But I think it fits ironically with the way that the world is now. And I hope you guys enjoy this one.
Why can't we go back to when things were simple? Back when we were little, simple little times with a simple little minds. Back when we were simple, back when we were little. Oh, back when things were easy and I had no concern. Back when things were cheesy in my little world. Back when I was living so small and free. Look what this busy life has done to me. Why can't we go back to when things were simple? Back when we were little, a simple little times with a simple little minds. Back when we were simple, back when we were little, oh, back when we were little. Today there's so much struggle, more than there used to be. I like when we were little, things came so easily. Now I feel so caught up in what's expected of me. Life got so complicated so damn quickly. Why can't we go back to when things were simple? Back when we were little, simple little times with a simple little minds. Back when we were simple, back when we were little. Oh, back when we were little. Why can't we go back to when things were simple? Back when we were little. Back when we were
like simple.
I do too. Thank you so much. This next song actually kind of relates to the whole COVID situation in the world too. I wrote this next song called Trying, and it's about being a musician, especially during times like this where getting gigs is extremely hard and going out and playing at venues is nearly impossible. And this is a song like, I'm not going to give up. You know, this is my dream. I want to be a successful musician, and I'm not done trying.
I don't need nobody else. I'll figure this out by myself. I don't need nobody's help. I'll pull myself out of this drought. I gotta take matters into my own hands. Sooner I'll have bigger plans. I'm not done trying, working through. I'm not done trying, gotta do what I gotta do. I don't care what people say. I'll figure it out my own way. I'm gonna take it day by day. Oh, hopefully things will fall into place. I gotta take matters into my own hands. Sooner I'll have bigger plans. I'm not done trying, working through. I'm not done trying, gotta do what I gotta do. Oh, I was made for this, and I ain't gonna give up yet. Oh, I know I can take this. I ain't had enough yet. I'm not done trying, working through. I'm not done trying, gotta do what I gotta do. I'm not done trying, gotta do what I gotta do.
Thank you so much. Thank you guys. Again, those two songs were both originals of mine, and if you want to check them out, I actually don't think that they are out yet, but they will be on my upcoming EP when I can finally get that together. So hopefully when that gets put out, I will post. Actually, I'll have a mailing list. I have a website, mackenzieleeclement.com, and if you sign up, you will get emails and notifications for up and coming shows. And I know that there's not enough shows and stuff going on right now, but you can find out.
Mackenzie would be happy to announce your EP when it comes out. So we'll put it on our mailing list too.
Thank you. This next song is a Garth Brooks tune. Adele also covers it, but this one is gonna be "Make You Feel My Love," and I hope you guys like it.
When the rain is dry your tears. I could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I can never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. No doubt in my mind where you belong. I'd go hungry, I'd go black and blue. There ain't nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the edge of the earth for you to make you feel my love. The storms are raging on the rolling sea and on the highway of regret. The winds that change are rolling wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like me yet. I can make you happy, make your dreams come true. There ain't nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the edge of the earth for you to make you feel my love. To make you feel my love. To make you feel my love.
Yeah, well done. Wow.
Thank
Wow,
you.
nice, really nice.
I really appreciate you all being here watching. It means a lot. These last two songs, the first one is going to be another original of mine called You're Not Coming Back, and it's actually out on Spotify right now. Is that the one that's out, or is there another one? It's out. It's on Drupal too. My dad's in the background. That one's on Drupal and Spotify. This next one I'm going to do. I really hope you like it. It's called You're Not Coming Back. It's kind of just about a toxic relationship and kind of always feeling a different way about that person and being in just a sticky situation. So I hope you guys like this one.
I'd give you all my minutes, you couldn't give me an hour. In this relationship, you had all of the power. How could you make me feel so damn bad? I really don't miss what I thought we had. You are such a fool and you are such a tool for thinking that you ever miss me. Now I'm looking clingy cause your attention was stingy. Now it's clear to see that you ain't coming back for me. You ain't coming back for me this time. Oh, you ain't coming back. Oh, this time. Oh, How could you You hurt me without a touch. I never knew that you could mean so much. I was just trying to be somebody for you. When you act like that, tell me, what am I supposed to do? You are such a tool and I am such a fool for thinking that you would ever miss me. Now I'm looking clingy cause your attention was stingy. Now it's clear to see that you ain't coming back for me. You ain't coming back for me this time. Oh, you ain't coming back. Oh, this time. Oh, you ain't coming back. I'm glad I no longer suck with these. I don't know why I thought being with you was bliss. I just know that you ain't coming back for me. You ain't coming back for me. You ain't coming back for me. You ain't coming back for me this time.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Really nice. Very nice. Yeah.
I really hope you guys enjoyed that. This last song I have for you all is going to be my version / kind of Nora Jones inspired, jazzy, whatever you want to call it, version of Black Hole Sun. And I kind of messed around with the chord structure and just the, what is it, the notation? I don't know, the way that I play the chords. But yeah, and I really hope you guys enjoy.
In my eyes, indisposed, in disguise, and no one knows. Hides the face, lies the snake, the sun in my disgrace. Wailing heat, summer stench, beneath the sky looks dead. Call my name through the creek, and I'll hear you scream again. Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Shivering, warm and damp, meet the warm wind's tired friend. Times are gone for honest men, and sometimes too long for snakes. In my shoes, walk and sleep. In my youth, I pray to keep heaven sent hell away. No one seems like you no more. Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come?
Well done, Mackenzie. Thank you so much. That was
So
beautiful.
much for having me.
That's great to have you. Thank you for opening the show. Grateful to have you. And really, those of you who are listening, open your cameras up. Please give Mackenzie applause. And it's really just wonderful to have you open the show. And thank you for being part of us. And your details are in the chat. Please feel free to follow Mackenzie on social and listen to her music. And by all means, feel free to tip. And thank you so much for being with us. I'm grateful every time you visit. So it's nice to have you. And we're ready inviting you back again. So thank you, Mackenzie. Like to head over to Dan. I'm Jeff Pulver. You're listening to Jeff's Place. You're tuning in. You're watching us live. We are one of the few live music shows out there, particularly on the internet, where due to the internet, we are not everything is perfect, but we are perfectly real. And Dan, how are you doing today? And where are you joining us from? Dan.
I'm doing very well, thank you. Excited to be here. I'm in Orlando, Florida.
We're having little audio challenges. One second.
Happy for the experience. What a great set, Mackenzie. Wonderful job.
That was really nice. Just hang on one second. Harry, are you there? Harry, you're muted.
Testing.
Yeah, you were breaking up before, Dan. I was just as you were
And
talking.
you were breaking up a little. If you could bring that mic like an inch closer to you, that might fix it. Or I don't know if it's got dropout or not.
I can't tell. I've just try that again, just real fast, Dan. As you were talking in Orlando, there was a lot of dropout. You just try that one more time, please.
Frozen.
I know we're
It's
live.
actually frozen.
Oh
Just give him
no,
a chance.
You got it. How's
it's
that?
not so good.
I think your
Dan,
internet's dropping out.
How's that?
Maybe we
not
could
so good right now.
maybe try rebooting or restarting. It seems that you're on the fringe of connectivity. Do you guys, Lauren, Harry, you hear any
Well,
differently?
it was great during
He dropped-
sound check. He dropped out, so
Yeah,
let's
he's
see
gonna
if he
come
gives-
back
He's
in.
going to come right back in.
All right.
Thank you, everybody, for your patience, and
This
thank
is
you,
live.
Mackenzie. That's what it is.
We
This
are
is
live. This is the internet. This is what happens. As much as I like to take for granted the fact that everyone can hear everybody, there are times of local dropout, so it happens.
There, he's coming back in.
All right, we'll try one more time. You think this is hard? When we were rolling out Vonage, trust me, it was very hard for people to have broadband internet access where that you could actually hear people on the phone. So we've come a long way. And so
It's kind of
let's
fun.
see.
Yeah.
Dan, let's try again if we can. Unmute yourself, please.
Hello.
Oh, it's still
Is this?
This dropout, I don't know. It's weird.
Dan. It didn't happen when you did your sound check, but the question is, are you connected directly to the internet?
He is.
You are. So you might have to reboot your.
No, maybe it's his neighbors drawing down all the packets. I don't know. It's
It's only we just tested it and it
Yeah.
was great.
Shoot.
Oh
maybe
man,
we'll
this
go to
is
the
that.
Harry, could you work with Dan? Maybe we'll go into one of the rooms.
Dan, give me 1, 2, 3. Can
1, 2, 3.
No, okay. So
1, 2,
let's
3.
see. Dave,
1, 2, 3.
hold on.
Dave is in a meeting, so he's not available to jump in just yet.
Okay.
But Sarah might be, so you can see.
Dan, do me one more favor. Pull the mic a little closer. Oh no, he's dropping.
Yeah, it's something wrong with connectivity. It is
All right,
one of
so
those. It
we'll
happens.
move.
Ask
We'll move
Sarah.
out. I
Hey,
will.
Sarah.
Sarah, any chance you're ready to go on?
Hello. Hello. 1, 2, 3.
Hello.
Hello, Sarah.
Hello.
How's your
I'm
connect?
actually waiting on a few people to come in, but sure I can start now. Don't mind.
If you like to start, yeah. I mean,
And you can always come back and do a few. It's just we want to take a minute and take Dan into a breakout room so we can see if we
Yeah.
can help him with his
Yeah, no,
sound.
perfect. Yeah.
Wait, he might have
No.
fixed
So
it.
well, why don't we
Oh.
do this? Harry will work with Dan in a breakout room, and we'll give Sarah a couple of songs, and we'll come back. This is we'll figure this out. But
Okay.
Sarah, could you introduce yourself? We know you. I know you're in Ireland. Could you just share a little bit about yourself and your influences, and at least for at least two songs, just tell us a little bit about what we're going to be listening to.
Yeah, so hi, my name's Sarah. I'm from Ireland. If you couldn't already tell by my accent, it's very prominent. So I have a few songs here that I'm going to play. My first one is on guitar, and it is Cleopatra by the Lumineers. So the song is basically about this girl who just fell out of love at the wrong time, and you know, she was trying to find it and she never did. So that's basically it now. I was Cleopatra, I was young and an actress, when you knelt by my mattress and asked for my hand. But I was seduced as I lay in a black dress, with my father in a casket. I had no plans, and I left the footprints, the mud stained on the carpet, and it hardened like my heart did when you left town. But I must admit it, that I would marry you in an instant. Damn your wife, I'd be your mistress, just to have you around. I won't be late for this, late for that, late for the love of my life. And when I die alone, when I die alone, I die, I'll be on time. And while the church discouraged any lust that burned within me, it was my flesh, it was my currency, but I held true. And so I drive a taxi, and the traffic distracts me from the strangers in my backseat. They remind me of you. I won't be late for this, late for that, late for the love of my life. And when I die alone, when I die alone, I die, I'll be on time. And the only gifts from our Lord was a birth and a divorce. And I read this script and the costume fits, so I play my part. I was Cleopatra, I was young and an actress, when you knelt by my mattress and asked for my hand. And I left the church, I won't be late for this, late for that, late for the love of my life. And when I die alone, when I die alone, I'll die, I'll be on time.
That was great. Wow. And I think this is going to be a tease. Lauren was messaging me that Dan may be ready. So hang in there, Sarah.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, thank you.
That was brilliant. I loved your cover. That was so nice.
Thank you.
So Lauren, we're going to try Dan again. I can't hear you, but I imagine that's you're wiping your eye. I can't hear you guys. Yes? Maybe?
Dan's ready. He's going to do it.
All right, Dan, we'll try again. Take two. This is Jeff Pulver. You're listening to Jeff's Place. And Dan in Orlando, good afternoon.
Hello?
Hello?
Is it
Maybe?
working now?
It's better.
It's still dropping a little. I don't know what's going on.
Breakout room, it came in crystal clear.
Wow. So this may be an engineering challenge of Zoom. Wow. I don't know. This is so crazy.
I hear it.
Anything? Is it
Oh, that's better. Yes.
through at all?
You know what?
That's better.
Let's try a song.
Let's do a song. Let's see what happens. I don't know.
If it
All
doesn't-
right.
No, you'll come back.
We're raw. We're live. Jeff's gonna sing next.
All right.
I'm not singing that. I left my guitar in another country. It's all good.
All right. Well, I'll do my best. I apologize for all the technical difficulties. It coincides with the week I'm having, but I'm very happy to be here. So here's a song you can get from my album, Behind These Shades Live. It's available on streaming services. I wrote this for my wife, and it's called Bright as the Sun. She makes a mess when she's cooking her breakfast, and it takes too long to do her hair. I'm just sitting anticipating she's gonna catch me as I stare, for a chance that I can see of her dress in the mirror. When she stops, I make my connection, and all at once it becomes perfectly clear. She makes the rain stop falling. She makes the stars always sense my heart calling. She makes the shadows run and hide. She's bright like the sun up in the sky. I don't always dress for the right occasions. I wouldn't say that my hair has a style. When it comes to random facts, I've got too much information, and I tend to tune her out every once in a while. But that doesn't necessarily mean I don't spend that time thinking of all of the different ways I can show her that I care about who she is and what she does and how she's feeling, or how I'd be feeling if she wasn't there. She makes the rain stop falling. She makes the stars all shine. The sound of a voice sends my heart calling. She makes the shadows run and hide. She's bright like the sun up in the sky. She's bright like the sun up in the sky. Bright as the sun up in the sky.
Well, thank you, Dan. I appreciate your lyrics are beautiful. I just wish we did not have such technical challenges. It's hard. First of all, I hope your week gets better, or at least your weekend is better. I'm sorry about the bandwidth challenge, the packet drop off, and the I don't know. I would love to have you come back. And I feel terrible because you know, you are an amazing artist. I happen to really like your songs that I listen to on the streaming services. And, you know, every once in a while, if they, you know, there's in the world of engineering, there's Murphy's Law that basically say Murphy was an optimist. So I would, you know, I just we don't have control over how the sound is. And so I'd rather have you come back after we've had a chance to do a further diagnosis, only because I want you to sound as best as you can for yourself as much as everybody else. And so, I mean, I'm open to trying things, but I think it's a combination of packet drop off and I don't know what else, but we could figure it out not live, if that's okay with you. But if you can, maybe could you just share a little bit of the stories about the songs that you have rather than singing them? Maybe could you just share a little bit about some of the inspirations about what you write about and what drives you as a musician?
Yes, of course. I just love writing songs that are based a little bit more in reality, stories about people just kind of living, falling in love, falling out of love, having experiences and sharing experiences. And so I always try to write from at least the perspective of a hero and sometimes an anti-hero, but always turns out all right.
Wonderful. And how long have you been playing music professionally? No, I think Dan dropped out. Lauren, don't hear you, Lauren, either.
Jeff, Dan,
20 years. I've been
20
playing
years?
Music, 20
Dan?
years on various stages in Central Florida. And yeah.
All right, I guess maybe we'll just stop, Lauren. We'll give this another try
Can't even
another
hear.
week.
yes, and we'll work on it. Maybe it's a mic thing. Dan, we'll meet you on a Zoom during the week and we'll see what we could do.
Because you dropped out altogether.
Yeah, he said he's gonna go because he's gotta go pick up his kids.
Thank
so.
you, though, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, and thank you for the effort, Dan.
Thank you
Truly,
for trying.
yeah, well, thanks for doing.
Oh, for doing.
We can all
yes,
try,
always
but we
for
do
doing.
also, and so.
Absolutely.
Wow, I'm sorry. I do apologize. Although I cannot really apologize on behalf of
Dave's
the internet.
here.
I see that. I was just saying, like, we cannot apologize on behalf of the internet. Connectivity problems happen no matter where you are. I'll just share a second and say that it was a long time ago that I had an idea that voice on the internet should happen, particularly as a commercial service, and that ultimately led to the launch of something called Vonage, which some of your parents or some of you may remember as the first successful broadband voice service. And so when that was happening, even though the technology worked, one of the biggest challenges we had was getting into people's houses. And how do you tell a customer that the technology works, but your Wi-Fi in your house is overloaded? They always blamed us as the service provider that we had a really bad service, when in truth, most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time, the home router, the Wi-Fi, that connectivity wasn't working so good. And in order for Vonage to work, it actually needed to be really good connectivity end to end. So that's why it took a few years for voice over broadband to be commercially successful, because it took a lot of time to get all the wrinkles out. And if you're a customer, if you're providing a service, the last thing you could ever do is tell a customer that they don't have good connectivity. These days, me particularly, I take for granted the fact that we almost all have good connectivity wherever we are. If we're on Zoom, that we have enough bandwidth for audio and video, and it's really not in our control. From a performance perspective, we ask the artists, including Lauren and myself and Harry, to be connected via Ethernet, just because we're not up to the whim of the Wi-Fi of our local providers or someone else who may be driving by and taking or consuming our bandwidth. But it's what happens when you live in the now, in real time. These things will happen. They will continue to happen. And it's something which I accept as the reality of the realm that I'm in. As much as I would like to think that we have unlimited bandwidth, we're ultimately it's up to the connectivity we all have at any moment in time. So, but I would like to welcome Dave, who is here. Thanks for coming in early. Thanks for joining us. Could you share with us where you're from and some of your influences, please, Dave?
Sure. I am from Omaha, Nebraska, and I still live in Omaha, Nebraska. I would have to say my earliest musical influences, who have also been songwriting influences, are people like Bob Dylan, Neil Young, Jackson Browne. I also count John Prine and anyone who can write a heartfelt and humorous song as a songwriting influence as well.
Wow. Well, thank you. And what are you gonna be playing for us today?
These are original tunes. I put out an album about almost 5 years ago. 5 years ago next month, and the album's called Club Dave Music. It's available on streaming services and so on. And this first tune is a song from that album. It's called Normally.
Well, I'm Jeff Pulver. You're about to listen to Dave Berman, normally here at Jeff's Place, live from Omaha.
was from a little town in the middle of the plains. Even if you heard it, you wouldn't know the name. Proud to be from there and glad to be free, and that's the kind of girl she was, normally. I caught her act off the highway in a tiny little club. When she started to sing, I fell in love. I could have asked her to marry me, and I never talk like that, normally. I had dreams of how we'd spend our days. I would drive and she would play, and in every town we stopped, she would sing, and everyone would know her name, normally. Normally, I would give you everything I own. Normally, I've got the title to my truck. Normally, come with me, make the highway our home. Or won't you climb on in and buckle up? When she was up on stage, she was something to see. Every guy in the place was thinking like me, but the man whose name was on the marquee was sitting down front just watching, normally. He was a musician too. He could make women cry when he sang the blues. He knew he could get any girl he pleased, and he got what he wanted, normally. I couldn't watch them walk away. I knew she'd made a huge mistake, but when she packed up her guitar, it nearly broke my heart, normally. And normally, I would give you everything I own. Normally, I've got the title to my truck. Normally, come with me, make the highway our home. Or won't you climb on in and buckle up? I never saw her again since she went away, but I thought about her every day. Been through every little burg and county seat, and I never met another girl like normally. I dropped a load in a town in the middle of the plains, went to have a beer and get out of the rain. Heard a voice so sweet and familiar to me, it could only be normally. She looked like life had lost its shine. I thought about staying till closing time. Maybe she'd remember me, and things could be so different, normally. Normally, I would give you everything I own. Normally, I've got the title to my truck. Normally, you and me could make the highway our home. Climb on in and buckle up. Buckle up, normally. It's the law.
Ah, give it up. Normally, that was beautiful. Yeah. Wow.
Thank you so much.
That was great.
I mentioned the album came out in February 5 years ago. It actually was released on Leap Day, February 29th, 2016. And that is significant because that's my wedding anniversary. So we don't actually have an official anniversary this year, but at the end of February in this year, my wife and I will have polished off 49 years of marriage.
Wow.
And I mentioned that. Yeah.
So do you go for the 28th or March 1st?
Yes, we do. And I mentioned that because more and more often these days, the themes of getting and being old and being in a long-term relationship seem to kind of color my songwriting. Not so much what it's like to get old, because I've also written that one, but what does it mean to be old? I always wonder, do you ever reach a place in life where you say, this is how it turned out, or are you always looking for the next thing and the next better thing? And this song kind of asks those questions. Unfortunately, it's unable to answer them. This is called Keeping Love Alive. There's a small house on the corner where I walk my dog at night. Lamplight in the window lets me see inside. I think about the people there whenever I go by. Do they take care of each other? Are they keeping love alive? I don't know the woman, never met the man. A couple getting old together like only couples can. Do they know a secret? Do they have to try? Do they struggle like so many others, keeping love alive? Do the years wear away our belief in the perfect life we plan? Or does time make it stronger when we finally understand? At life's conclusion, there's no illusion about who we have become. The pride and disgrace, the dreams that we chased in the name of love. The light goes out in the window, same time every night. They climb the stairs together, knowing everything's alright. Is this what they wished for? Did they just survive? And without knowing, found a purpose, keeping love alive. The perfect life we plan? Or does time make it stronger when we finally understand? At life's conclusion, there's no illusion, no disguise for the fears we replaced with the joy and the ache of keeping love alive.
Wow. All right. So there's something with the connectivity that's working here because you got me crying here in New York, Dave. So that was wonderful.
I'm done
you
then.
know,
That's it. That's
no, wow. So I don't know why I'm thinking Dan Fogelberg, but
yeah. I can understand that. um, yeah, I always tell people my genre is folk, but I write whatever I can translate that I hear in my head into
no,
my
I
guitar.
hear you. I mean, at first I was thinking Harry Chapin just because of how he tells stories, but your voice brings me to Dan Fogelberg, but it's your style. I get that, but wow, and what a beautiful! It's your lyrics and your music together that just are absolutely wow.
Thank you so much. That's being compared to Dan Fogelberg is a pretty big compliment. So,
Well, I'm hearing you, but I'm like I don't I'm just listening to my head from everyone I know, but it's like you are who you are. I'm just using that as a guide to hear you. That's all.
um, that's okay. I'm going to take it as a compliment. So,
No, no, please do. It's intended that way. I was just I just started to hear your words, and the words took their own course in my mind, and I started to tear up, and that's how I know the connectivity is working.
great. Well, that's yeah. Um, so I can tell you why I wrote this next one. A few years ago, a major manufacturer and employer in western Nebraska was bought out by a competitor, and it really just decimated the little town where that company is located. It was the biggest employer and biggest donor to all kinds of social programs and so on. And so I started reading up on how activist investors buy up factories and companies and take whatever profits are there to be taken and then leave a shell. It upset me enough to write this song. This is called Factory. Factory. I don't work the land. Working in the factory, I'd give it all I can. It's a good job at the factory. It's right in my hometown, so here I stand. There's nothing to forgive. Working in the factory, my one alternative. If it wasn't for the company, this little town couldn't live. But you've never been to this factory, you've never been to this town. Bought into this factory just to shut it down. You invested in this factory, the place of my employ, to share the equity with your good old boys. In your reality, it's not about the lives you destroy. 'Cause you've never been to this factory, you've never been to this town. You bought into this factory just to shut it down. At the factory, showing his support. He couldn't save the company, there's nothing to report. He doesn't even mention all those tax breaks that you tried to extort. And you've never been to this factory, you've never been to this town. Bought into this factory just to shut it down.
Factory live here at Jeff's Place. Wow. Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, you were a great storyteller, sir.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. I think we got time for another one, maybe?
Yeah, probably two.
Okay. This is actually my latest Spotify single. I was working on this most of last year, and I released it just when the pandemic started to really take off. So I've got a bunch of merch that I bought to support this song to sell at shows that it's in a box, and I was going to do a online ad campaign, which is on hold. But I think it's gotten like 8 streams on Spotify so far, so that's pretty good.
It's a start.
Yeah, not quite Beyonce numbers, but it's getting there, you know. This is called Falling Apart. Just when I believe things are falling together, I'm falling apart. She painted my dreams like a Technicolor scene, like she just wrote the tornado into Oz. But dreams never stay, the colors fade away. Before we started, we had our last hurrah. In the morning light, everything was black and white. I lost my courage, my brain, and my heart. I didn't need a shove to fall so hard in love. Now I'm falling apart. Falling apart, I want to forget her. I should have known from the start. Just when I believe things are falling together, I'm falling apart. Oh, and this is what happens when you play your own song and forget the words. You kind of sit here and you play a chord and you go,
and the words will just come to me.
I thought it was destiny, we'd share a history. I wanted her for my wife. I had no contingency, I was out over my skis, already planning our life. I couldn't see she was untrue to the life we built for two. That design was a failure from the start. Like a kid with no glue and a missing piece or two, it was falling apart. Falling apart, I want to forget her. I should have known from the start. Just when I believe things are falling together, I'm falling apart. Saw her on the street outside the old Dundee. She came on chatty and bold. I was starting to slide, unraveling inside. Then I remembered every lie she told. Her memories of me are scrambled like an old TV. The picture is fuzzy and dark. If she treated me right, I wouldn't be crying tonight, and I wouldn't be falling apart. Falling apart, I want to forget her. I should have known from the start. Just when I believe things are falling together, I'm falling apart. Just when I believe things are falling together, I'm falling apart.
Yeah, wow.
Thank
Give it
you.
on up. Wow, that's absolutely terrific. I'm loving this, and
Thank you so much.
wow. So I should ask, so what inspired you to become a musician? Like what started this for you all those years ago?
Both my parents were musical. My father was actually a dance band leader before I was born, the Prince and his Five Knights.
Wow.
You probably can't see this too well, but that's his violin hanging on the wall back there.
I thought it was a fiddle. That's a violin.
Yeah. And my mother was a pianist. I asked to take music lessons for the first time when I was about 10 years old, and my hands were too little, so I took a year of ukulele lessons because I couldn't wrap them around a guitar, and went from there to piano, and then I got my first guitar when I was 13 and gave up all other instruments for that for many, many years. But one of my best memories, even as a rebellious teenager in the 60s, was playing trios with my parents, piano, violin, and guitar together, and that was just magical. So it just stuck with me my whole life.
And anyone else in your family these days musical?
No, some people want to raise their own sports team or something like that. I wanted to raise my own band, and
Why
all three
not?
of my kids are music lovers, but none of them play. So they all played instruments when they were younger, but they didn't stick with it. So
Well, no, well, it's I say boo to that, but I'm sure they're happy doing whatever they chose to do. But all right,
absolutely.
continue, please. I just
Um, I, and the hardest part about playing a set with 4 or 5 songs is deciding which 4 or 5 songs. So this
Yeah.
one does not need a capo. I'm sure a lot of songwriters used the pandemic as an inspiration for songs. I've written several, some of which are not for mixed company.
I
But
mean, they're not for a family-friendly show. I understand.
yes, they're not even from my family, actually. So, but this one I wrote a few months. In Nebraska, we never had an official stay-at-home order, but we were just asked to isolate. And my wife and I, being in kind of a vulnerable age group, we have been home for a long, long time, and wrote this after about 4 months of staying home and doing nothing. Not surprisingly, it's called Isolation Blues.
The Isolation Blues live at Jeff's Place.
Caffeine and quarantine, isolation blues, Miller Lite and movie night, nothing else to do. What were once our guilty pleasures are things that get us through, simply trying to survive. Isolation blues. I don't listen to politicians state their point of view. Don't need to hear more doctors giving interviews. They say the same things every day. None of it is news. Every day like every other day. Isolation blues. You wake up every morning like you're frozen in time, at the very worst moment to be alive. We said life should be different. What do we have to lose? Never saw it coming. Isolation blues. Isolation blues. Your hard-won life of comfort dissolves before your eyes. A newfound desperation makes you realize it's not about your freedom or the work that you do. It's all of us out living isolation blues. And our so-called leaders say the choice is jobs or lives. Protecting corporate profits is worth our sacrifice. We can't win this battle if they told the truth. All we should be fighting is isolation blues. Isolation blues. Isolation blues.
Yeah, I think we may all have those isolation blues. And our friend Allie up in Washington State just asked if you have she wants to cover your song. Do you have the tabs and the lyrics anywhere that you could find?
I can certainly send them to you. You can message me or find me on Facebook or my website or.
So
Perfect.
Allie, you
Yeah,
got that?
I'll private message you my email. Perfect. Thank you. I love it.
Great.
Wow, that's awesome. So you got anything else in your pocket there, sir?
How do you want a short one or a long one? That's what we're down to now. So
It's whatever you like. We have time. We can stretch time here. It's a wonderful thing. I'm still running a few minutes early, and plus, I just like your sound. I'm being a little greedy here, but
well, thank you so much. I'd love to play this one for you because it's got a story that I just want to tell over and over and over again.
Please do.
In November of 2019, I was hired to play at a campaign event for Kamala Harris, who, as many of you know, is now the Vice President of the United States. I was the warm-up act. I held the stage until the senator showed up to give her speech, and the staffer that hired me asked me specifically to play this song as my closer right before the senator came out, which is about the biggest honor anybody can give me. Unfortunately, Senator Harris dropped out several weeks later, and I thought maybe it was me, to blame. Her staffer went to work for Pete Buttigieg, so obviously it was him and not me who'd...
Right.
But he was at a campaign event on the East Coast with Pete, and he texted me one day and said, "I just played your song for Kevin Costner, and he loved it." And I went, "Oh my God!"
Oh wow!
Like, I don't even care if that's true. I saved the text, so this is called "Ready for the Day." I'm ready for the day we win the revolution. I'm ready for the day these problems are solved. Until that day, we won't be disillusioned, and never for a moment lose our resolve. I'm ready for the day we respect our neighbors for who they are and not where they're from. I'm ready for the day we stop killing our brothers and we put flowers in the barrels of the gun. I'm ready for the day just one politician says what he means so we know what's on his mind. I'm ready for the day we stand as one brave nation and stop building walls to hide behind. I'm ready for the day we promised ourselves when we were young and we fought for change. If there's a way to commit ourselves, I'm ready for the day. I'm ready for the day. I'm ready for the day no child goes hungry. I'm ready for the day we all have clean air to breathe. I'm ready for the day we respect all creation more than we respect power and greed. I'm ready for the day we end negotiation when we put down our weapons and bury the past. I'm ready for the day we see through eyes of children and know each generation could be the last. I'm ready for the day we promised ourselves when we were young and we fought for change. If there's a way to commit ourselves, I'm ready for the day. I'm ready for the day. I'm ready for the day we begin our evolution. I'm ready for the day there's music in the streets. I'm ready for the day our questions have solutions, and it's more than words when we talk of love and peace. I'm ready for the day we promised ourselves when we were young and we fought for change. If there's a way to commit myself, I'm ready for the day. I'm ready for the day. I'm ready for the day.
Oh, give it on up. That's Dave Berman coming to you live here at Jeff's Place. My goodness. Okay, so now I have to say, Pete Seeger, because those, at least those words were very Pete Seeger-esque. My goodness, wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, look, thank you so much for being a guest here. It is an honor to have you. You're invited back already. I'll just tell you that, and please keep on making that music happen. You got a lot of music in you, sir, and that the stories, the words, and the sound is just beautiful. So thank you so much.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for having me on, Jeff.
I'm grateful to have you. I am very, very excited. So thank you for being here. And just thank you. And by the way, if you'd like to turn your cameras on and give this man an applause, I'm sure it wouldn't. It'd be appreciated if you're sitting here listening to that music. Let him see your hands. At least appreciate the positive energy here. So please give it on up, and please download the music. Follow him on social. Be generous with your tips. Everything possible. So now I'm going to officially head over to back to Ireland to Sarah. No.
Yeah.
Yes. And I see Martin's in the house. We'll give a shout out.
He's there.
I see you, Martin. Nice to see you. And all right, Sarah. So thanks for Cleopatra. That was a beautiful, if you will, tease for your set. So could you please do a proper intro, share some of your influences, and then go ahead and please play.
Yeah. So hi, my name's Sarah. I'm from Ireland, Sligo, Ireland. And some of my influencers, I'm a bit all over the place. I really like old music, and then I like a few modern ones as well. And then you're like,
when you say old music, you saying music that I like?
So like Elton John, Roberta Flack, Frank Sinatra.
Old music, okay.
Brand. But no, they'd be kind of my influencers, if you could say. Yeah. So this next one I have now is it means a lot to my granny. She was a pianist, and she used to play this to her students. It was like one of the first songs that she would play with them. So it's Killing Me Softly with his song, but it's the Roberta Flack version. Strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. I heard he sang a good song, I heard he had a style, and so I came to see him, to listen for a while. And there he was, this young boy, a stranger to my eyes, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. I felt all flushed with fever, embarrassed by the crowd. I felt he found my letters and read each one out loud. I prayed that he would finish, but he just kept right on, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song. He sang as if he knew me in all my dark despair. And then he looked right through me as if I wasn't there. And he just kept on singing, singing clear and strong, strumming my pain with his fingers, singing my life with his words, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly. La 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 He was strumming my pain, yeah, he was singing my life, killing me softly with his song, killing me softly with his song, telling my whole life with his words, killing me softly with his song.
Yeah, give it up for Sarah. Yes. The
Thank
oldies
you.
are good, the fun songs. That was beautiful, beautiful.
Thanks
beautiful.
very much. So we're going to switch it now, and we're going to go for the ukulele for a bit. So, this next one is, there's no real story for it. I watched the film for Elton John. Do you remember he had a film that came out all about his music and stuff? And this song really stood out to me. It's when he's standing in the bar as like a teenager, and he gets to this piano and he starts playing the song, and it's Crocodile Rock. And I just really fell in love with the song from that film. It was literally it. That's the only reason for it. So here we go. I remember when the rock was young, me and Susie had so much fun, holding hands and skimming stones. We had an old gold Chevy with a place of our own, and the biggest thing I ever got was doing a thing called the Crocodile Rock. The other kids were rocking round the clock. We were hopping and bumping to the Crocodile Rock. Well, Crocodile Rocking is something shocking when your feet just can't keep still. Never knew me a better time, and I guess I never will. Lonely mama, those Friday nights when Susie wore Jesse's tie. Crocodile Rocking was out of the side. But the years went by, the rock just died. Susie went and left us for a foreign guy. Long nights crying at the record machine, dreaming of Ashley and old blue jeans. But they never came the thrill we got, burning up to the Crocodile Rock. 11 fresh days and weeks went past. We really thought the Crocodile Rock would last. Well, Crocodile Rocking is something shocking when your feet just can't keep still. Never knew me a better time, and I guess I never will. Oh Lordy mama, those Friday nights when Susie wore Jesse's tie. Crocodile Rocking was out of the side. I remember when the rock was young, me and Susie should be with the place on your own, and the biggest thing I ever got was doing a thing called the crocodile rock, while the other kids were rocking around the clock. We were hopping and bopping to the crocodile rock. Crocodile rocking is something shocking when your feet just can't keep still. Never knew me a better time, and I guess I never will. But in my mother's Friday nights when Susie wore Jesse's tie, Crocodile rocking was our love inside.
That was great. Your voice is beautiful.
Thank you. Thanks so
Sarah,
much.
wow. Oh my God. I'm like, wow. That's why. How long you been an artist? I should ask you this.
I've been singing my whole life, but I picked up the guitar January 2019. So I've been at it 2 years now, and I've been playing the ukulele just over a year.
And would you normally be busking if you're not in a lockdown or?
No, actually, would you believe this is my first proper set ever?
Wow.
Yeah.
World premiere here at Jeff's place. Wow.
Thanks so much.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm glad you have some friends here too. This is wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you sound great. I'm really enjoying your voice, and
Thanks so much. Thank you. So this next song, this goes out to Martin because it's his favorite song that I play on the ukulele.
Hello, Martin.
Wherever he is. So this is City of Stars. It's from the film La La Land. And this artist from Ireland, Gavin James, he does a really nice version of it. And of course, I started playing it because of him. So
Woo.
yeah, this is it here now. Look at him there, look at them. Woo, go Martin, go Martin, look at him. City of stars, are you shining just for me? City of stars, there's so much that I can't see. Who knows? I felt it from the first embrace I shared with you. I know our dreams, they finally come true. City of stars, just one thing everybody wants. There in the bars and through the smoke screens of the crowded restaurants, it's love. Yes, all we're looking for is love from someone else. A rush, a glance, a touch, a dance, to look in somebody's eyes, to light up the skies, to open the world and send me reading a look that says I'll be here and you'll be alright. I don't care if I know just where I will go, 'cause all that I need is this crazy feeling, alright, tat on my heart. Think I want it to stay. City of stars, are you shining just for me? City of stars, you never shine so brightly. I'm really liking the background there.
Well, I have to give you the Milky Way picture that I took. At least
You
it's a
took
night sky. It may
that?
not be a city of stars, but it's certainly a night filled of
Oh, that's
stars.
stunning.
Yeah, that's actually the Milky Way rising about 4 o'clock in the morning at one of the favorite places I go to sometimes.
Oh my God, that's stunning.
And if I moved out of it, the reflections you see in the water are from planets and from stars themselves. So that's
Oh,
it's
that's
yeah.
stunning.
So when you were singing, that's where I went. My mind took me back to the Milky Way.
So my last song I have, it's a bit more Irish sounding than anything else. It's a song my mum used to sing a lot around the house, and it's about this woman who's talking about her life in Ireland as a young girl and the way she was reared and what she's seen and how she, felt and everything during the time. So this is called The Story I Tell You Is True by Anne-Marie O'Riordan. So yeah, I might take a drink. Tell you. Oh gosh, I can't remember the words. That was gone for me. Sorry. Sorry, I'm really sorry about this now.
It's all good.
Gone
Don't
from my
worry.
head there.
Relax, breathe, and you're fine. You're all good.
So would you take a lot of photos like that, or do you have any other types at
Oh,
all?
I take a lot of photos like this. I
Really?
think for every one picture that I'm sharing, I literally took several hundred others very similar.
Stop.
On
Oh
any
my
given
God.
night, I could take 1,000 pictures, and I'm not exaggerating.
That's mad.
But
Oh,
I
fair
would
play to
only.
you.
But it's a place I discovered a few years ago, and there's just something very grounding about watching the Milky Way rise or being in the center of the summer sky at night. It's just really relaxing, and by the water, just very grounded and in a place of fun. Oh, there's Lauren. You see, because if I do have some other night pictures here, but
No
we spend a
way.
lot of
That's
time. I'm
mad.
always dressed as if I'm going to be in the Turks and Caicos Islands. It's just one of those things. Sometimes it's sunrise,
Oh
sometimes it's
wow.
sunset. Sometimes it's really the middle of the day, but it's we're always somewhere near the stars. There's some it's because it's one of the few places. It's sort of being in Western Ireland actually, where you look up in the night sky is a planetarium. So
Yeah.
this is just an island version of that, but it's
Wow.
very
Stunning.
nice.
Okay, let's start now. Come stroll for a while through my memory, and I'll tell you of time long ago, where we walked to school summer and winter, barefoot through the fields we would go. I remember our little thatched cottage and half door lit into the hall, the cradle of the fire in the kitchen, and the grandfather clock on the wall. Oh, the stout it was cured with a poker, and pudging secured the flue. The bacon it hung from the ceiling, sure the story I tell you is true. We went to church every Sunday, and grandfather wore his best hat. The preacher he spoke from the altar, and the women in different seats sat. Matchmaking was part of tradition, and the rambling house built up at night. When the tailor would tell the ghost stories, oh, the children would shiver with fright. Oh, the stout it was cured with a poker, and pudging it secured the flue. The bacon it hung from the ceiling, sure the story I tell you is true. I remember the sound of the anvil and the burning horse hoof we would smell, As we passed the forge door in the evening, with the water we fetched from the well, we spancelled the cows before milking, tied the horse to the wall through the shoe. His collar unhinged, his winkers and reins, the harness we kept it like new. Oh, the stout ship was cured with a poker, and punching legs secured the flue. The bacon it hung from the ceiling, sure the story I tell you is true. From miles to the fair in the darkness, with our animals we walk with delight. When the wheeling and dealing was over, everyone waited on for the fight. Now I hope that in telling this story, I haven't detained you too long, for there is so much more I must tell you someday in some other song. Oh, the stout ship was cured with a poker, and punching men secured the flue. The bacon it hung from the ceiling, sure the story I tell you is true. Sure the story I tell you is true.
Give it on up. Open those cameras. Show the applause, Sarah. That was wonderful.
Thank you so much.
That was great. And well, I'm very grateful to have your debut here at Jeff's Place. It's wonderful to have you, and I'll invite you
Thanks
back
for having me.
whenever you'd like to come. It's wonderful to have you. And Lauren, did we announce Izzo's playing, that we're doing a concert with Izzo at the end of February? Have we said that to anyone yet? Your mic's not on, so maybe not.
We told Izzo.
Oh yeah, what date is it? February 26th?
It's February 26th. It's going to be 8:00 p.m. in Dublin, and it'll be 3:00 here on the East Coast.
Very nice.
Well, we're hosting Izzo. We're doing a concert with
And
Izzo.
Emily, who's on, is also going to have a date. She's coming to us with the date that will work, right, Em?
Yes, she said yes. Thumbs up. So if any of you other friends out there like to have concerts produced by us, we're
yeah,
it's
got lots of performers here.
It gets addictive. The music is just nice. Sarah, thank you so much for having the courage.
Thanks so much
and really, and the presence for being here. It's so nice. So thank you so much. And
thank you. Good luck to everyone else now after me.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, I'm gonna head over to Steve and say good afternoon, and check in and say, Steve, where are you joining us from?
I'm about 12 miles outside of Nashville.
Outside of Nashville. All right. So for Nashville, I was going to do this because it's cheesy and because it's fun.
Fun and cheesy's good.
But this is the Bluebird. I think it's supposed to be the Bluebird. Is it?
Yeah, that looks about right. Yeah, sure does.
All right. So we're not really in the Bluebird Cafe, but some of the vibe and the energy of both the.
That's about 1990.
About 1990-ish. Okay.
You think, or...
I was just looking up the archival photographs from the Bluebird. I didn't verify or validate the how original they were.
Oh, that's it.
This is the pre-Nashville TV show. This is the original Bluebird.
Oh yeah.
Well, first of all, thank you for joining us. And by the way, anyone who's sitting here by their camera, if you could turn it on, it's nice for people to perform and see people who is hearing their music. I appreciate that. For some of you, we are the background music as you work. I get that. And but for those of you who are sitting there by the computer or by your devices, if you could turn it on, it's just nice for people to play to faces rather than play to blank screens or just a few of us. So Steve, so tell us a little bit about yourself. Who are your influences, and what might you be playing here today?
Okay, well, I'm going to play my songs. I'm a Nashville songwriter, and I'm from West Virginia originally. I started playing professionally when I was 15.
15, really?
And that's
wow.
66. So I've been in the Musicians Union, played in a band in Pittsburgh. I lived there for a while and played over 200 jobs a year. So I had a lot of experience playing and performing. And here in Nashville, I belong with the Tennessee Songwriters Association International. and we're a group of songwriters that get together and help other songwriters, and it's a really cool thing we do. And I saw this, and I thought this was awesome. I talked to Jeff, and Lauren, Harry, and I said, you know, this is really cool. And so I'm kind of like the guinea pig, and then I'll take this back to the TSAI and say, hey, you guys, because, you know, we got over 100 members, for
Wow.
sure, and say, hey, you guys need to check this out. So I'm hoping to bring you some new blood, and we've got some awesome songwriters.
I believe you, and thank you for being here. It's an honor, really, to introduce you. And I am just going to shut up and let you play and let you do your thing. But thank you so much for being here, Steve. I am grateful to have you here as a guest.
Better listen first. Then we'll talk.
I was listening before. It's all
I'll
good,
give
but
you something.
I will
I'll give you
listen now
something.
too.
So, you know, I'm from West Virginia. I'm a flat picker. And all my shows, I always ask the question, who's here is from West Virginia? And that's usually the response. So you got to bear with me, but I wrote like a bluegrass Opry kind of thing. And these songs are mostly from that. And we'll start off here. It's raining, rain is pouring down, and I'm driving in search of hallowed ground, thinking about the miles that I put on, remembering how the miles and years have gone. Driving north through Kentucky, through the mountains and the trees, I'd pay my last dollar to see what that hawk sees. Flying through the rain, homeward bound in search of hallowed ground. And I'm thinking, well, wonders never cease, how you got to find some trouble before you find some peace, how your best intentions are worthless when you realize your mistakes, and love's a loser's gamble each time a true heart breaks. Getting on, getting over, or just getting by, you can reach that hallowed ground, you can learn to fly. Flying through the rain, homeward bound in search of hallowed ground. In search of hallowed ground, in search of hallowed ground.
Yeah. Give it on up.
Does it sound okay?
It sounded okay, guys. Everyone else in the room here, you sounds okay to you too? Yes? Yes?
Sounds like a guitar. I sound human.
You sound human. Yes, you sound human. Yes, we're getting thumbs up from around the country. And by the way, if you're listening to this, please drop in the chat where in the world you're connecting from so we could see you. But if you can, please put your screens on. It's just nice to be playing to faces. Anyway, back to Steve. And you are sounding fine here too.
Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate that. Well, I just give a little shameless plug. You know, I do have my CD released in 2007 with 18 members here in Nashville community playing with me on there. I'd start dropping names, but it really would be shameless. So I'll just say it's pretty
it's
good.
fine. Feel free to drop names.
They're on my website, stevesternmusic.com, and they're like $10 and some shipping. So if you're at the show, I'll probably give it to you. But, you know, they're CDs. I mean, you know how it is. But anyway, so these songs are mostly from the CD that are mostly coordinated with the Opry thing I was telling you about. So I wrote this song on my back porch. So just one of them things. Heard a rooster crow. Rooster crowing at the break of dawn. Early morning on a mountain farm. Be so restless I am too, and I got about 100 million things to do. Early in the morning down on the farm, out in the kitchen, down in the barn, family gets together and just spreads out. That's what a country morning's all about. biscuits and gravy, and we're good to go. One by one till the chores are through. Done with one and there's another to do. It's true. Early in the morning, down on the farm, out in the kitchen, down in the barn, family gets together and just spreads out. That's what a country morning's all about. Well, Bubba's in the barn and Daddy's in the shed. Junior's milking cows with Uncle Jed. Granny's in the backyard talking to the bees, and Luke's in the garden with Aunt Louise. Please, Walk outside, look around. All I see is hallowed ground. All we need comes from this land. Thank the Lord and the weatherman. Thank you, Lord. Early in the morning, down on the farm, out in the kitchen, down in the barn, family gets together and just spreads out. That's what a country morning's all about. 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 That's what a country morning's all about.
Yeah, giving on up. Wow.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. So, hold on a second. I hear something beeping. I just have to turn it off. You probably, hopefully don't hear that. I'm back.
I like that music art in the background over there. It's really nice.
The what?
Your music art, whatever's hanging back there.
Man, I got a little story on that.
Tell us.
So I'm in the car stereo business, electronics business, and when I first moved here, I saw they were having a garage sales down the street, so I went down the street, and the guy, I saw it, think, man, I can't believe you're going to sell it. His mother made it.
Wow.
So I said, man, that thing's beautiful. He goes, man, you in the car audio? He says, can you give me like a tape deck? This was when I moved here. He didn't even want a CD. He wanted a cassette deck.
A cassette deck.
And I got one, at the house. So, $60 cassette deck. And that thing is awesome.
Wow.
He's crazy. I told him, I said, someday you're going to want this back. I'll talk to you then. Anyway, so I do a lot of songwriter nights here in Nashville, and I host some of them. Haven't been doing as many lately because, the mess. But as soon as we all get our vaccines or whatever and we all feel better, we've got a bunch of songwriter nights here in Nashville. You're welcome to come from out of town. We do have some TSAI satellite chapters, like I know Vegas for sure, some overseas. So you might check us out, TSAI, Tennessee Songwriters Association International. Check our website and Facebook.
I absolutely will be in Nashville when we can. Trust me on that one.
Oh, yeah. And, we go for barbecue. Right?
I hear you. It's all good.
Okay, good. So here's a song. It's one of my more recent songs. And even though I'm old, people...
You're old. Hey, old-ish. I don't think old is just a state of mind
here,
sometimes.
But I know I'm old. But the thing is, when I play out with a bunch of young people. And, I sing these love songs. And they're going, man, you're too old to sing these songs. And I go, no, man, you're never too old to be in love. It might be gross to some other people, but you got to deal with it. So... Given that, here's a song. It's a love song. It's kind of, I don't know where it came from. I'm with my girl today, a woman so fascinating. She turns me on real hard with vibrations she is creating. I call it love at first sight. This day changes into night. I can feel her feelings for me. Whatever will be starts now. We got who and when, all we need is a how. Whatever will be, will be. I'm ready for you, girl, get ready for me. I'm ready for you, girl, get ready for me. I'm with my friend today, a woman so mesmerizing. She turns me on real hard, sensations and hypnotizing. She calls it love at first sight. As day changes into night, she can feel my feelings for her. Whatever will be starts now. We got who and when, all we need is a how. Whatever will be, will be. Ready for you, girl, get ready for me. I'm ready for you, girl, get ready for me. I know I'm gonna love her. I know she's gonna love me forever. Forever. Whatever will be starts now. We got who and when, let's discover the how. Whatever will be, will be. I'm ready for you, girl, get ready for me. Ready for you, girl, get ready for me.
Give it
too
an up.
creepy?
Hey,
Is that creepy?
context-wise, I don't think so. It's love is love, you know? Love
That's
is
right.
love.
Thank you for agreeing with me on that. All right. So I'm going to switch guitars here. I love guitars. That if I have one weakness, it's guitars. So I've been playing my Martin, which is my baby. And,
What year is that Martin from?
I've been playing about 20 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I had one that was stolen, and then Martin worked out a deal with me to get this one, which was really nice. And I mean, I love it. I have this Alvarez baritone guitar that helps me out. I don't have the most ideal singing voice or range, as you probably already know. So this helps me out. How am I doing on time? I got one or
We
two?
have time for certainly one, two, maybe two songs, if you like.
Okay. Well, let me do this one here. I wrote this for my niece Amy when she was getting married, and the family asked me about, literally about 6-7 months out before the wedding, can you write a song for the wedding? And I'm going, oh, I'm a Nashville songwriter, sure I can write a song. So I told them to send me some stuff, information. I knew something, but I didn't know, you know, their story, and the couple really had a story, which you're about to kind of hear in song. And 3 weeks before the wedding, I had nothing except words. And so you know, this is a songwriter trick, right? For
Yeah.
songwriters. So I asked, especially when you're writing something on contract or, you know, on purpose. So I know there's a term, I'm not writing it, for spec or something. So anyway, I asked her mother, who are her favorite artists? And she goes, well, she has one favorite artist, Colby Calais. Colby Calais was an internet sensation.
Yeah, I know.
Never heard of Colby Calais, but I went on the internet, Googled her, found her, listened to 3 songs, and I will tell you, and I do exaggerate a lot, but I'm not now. 25 minutes later, this is it.
Wow.
And we played it at the wedding, and we all cried and danced and blah, blah, blah. When I met you, I was just a boy. When you met me, you were just a girl. We were young, but even then I knew I was going to spend my life with you. I knew you weren't ready. Years would pass till we went steady. You are worth the wait, worth the time, worth the nights going out of my mind, worth the pain, worth the hurt. Sometimes we'd fight, sometimes we'd flirt. One thing I know is true, it's worth waiting for you. When I met you, you were just a girl. When you met me, I was just a boy. We were young in our teens, not children, not adults, in between. You knew that you weren't ready, years would pass till we went steady. You were worth the wait, worth the time, worth the nights going out of my mind, worth the hurt, worth the pain, worth the worry, worth the blame. One thing I know is true, it's worth waiting for you. True love lasts forever. And now we are dancing together, living proof that dreams come true. Dreams come true. Yes, they do. You are worth the wait, worth the time, worth the nights going out of my mind, worth the hurt, worth the hurt. We'll still fight, we'll still flirt. One thing I know is true, it's worth waiting for you. Worth waiting for you. Waiting for you.
Yeah. Wow. I like those words.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
That was
Appreciate
great.
that a lot. Yeah, I love that song. Out of all my songs, that's probably the most commercial. I had it picked up by somebody this year, but nothing's happened yet.
Maybe soon.
And that's also written as a duet.
Right.
A lot of my songs I write as duets, male and female.
So I just have to ask, when did you realize you were a songwriter? Like what came inside you that said, this is what I am, this is what I do?
I'll show you right here what made me realize it. Yeah, I know it's so simple. And a guitar, I mean, I knew I was a guitar player, but come on now, my baby, I said, take a walk with me. In the early autumn, colors changing on the trees. Walk along the path now, I said, climb the mountainside. When you're with me, baby, you've got nothing to hide. And it goes on from there, but I wrote that with a friend when I was 17. That was my first song, wrote or co-wrote, and I don't know, I just started writing then, and it's crazy.
Wow.
Crazy.
Your words are magical, and I appreciate your poetry and the poetry emotion of what you're doing. It's quite amazing. Wow.
Well, thank you. I'm a little different, but I think it's good.
I think you speak directly. You're not leaving things to the imagination as much as sharing stories and sharing life and sharing those moments, and you're able to articulate it as a poet. I mean, look, you're both a storyteller, but you are a street poet too, right? And you're observing and you're sharing that.
Yeah, I've got a lot of story songs too that I'm not doing now, but they're, like that last song I did was 4 minutes. But being a Nashville writer, most of our songs, 2 minutes, 45 seconds, 3 minutes and 10 seconds,
So it's still like that with a formula? It has to be a certain time?
Well, it kind of does. Because, with the radio and program, you know how it is.
Yeah.
It kind of does. Because, you want to get in and out. You don't want to, you want to fulfill their imagination with your pictures in that 3 minutes, the 3-minute song. One of my friends has a song called the 3-minute song, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So maybe one more song, please.
Can I do one more?
I think we can do an entire show. I happen to be a fan of songwriting. I happen to be a fan of the stories behind the songs in the songwriting process.
Right. Cool. Well, we'll get along just fine. I knew that anyway. So did you. But I got one song that is really close to me.
Thank you for playing along, Steve. I'm grateful for that.
You're welcome. glad to share. I appreciate everybody listening that can stand it. So I wrote this song. I end my shows with this now, and I had a bad 3 years. Lost 3 of my best friends, literally my best friends, and my oldest son. It was tough. But a good song came out of it, I think. So here we go. The best thing I remember my grandpa ever doing was handing us the Bible by his bed. It was turned to Revelations, and he pointed to verse 21, and Grandpa looked me in the eye and said, he said, I'll meet you in heaven, this I guarantee. You'll know where to find me when it's time. Take care of each other and know that until then, I'll keep you in my heart and in my mind. And I'll meet you in heaven when it's time. As we dove into the Word every Sunday after supper, his teachings always lined up with the truth. And Jesus said, come to me, and eternity is yours, and surely I'll be waiting there for you. He said, I'll meet you in heaven, this I guarantee. You'll know where to find me when it's time. Take care of each other and know that until then, I'll keep you in my heart and in my mind. And I'll meet you in heaven when it's time. We know that heaven is just around the bend. Grandpa and the Bible told us so. Thank God for salvation and every amen. I don't know when, but I know, yes I know, yes I know, yes I know that I'll meet you in heaven, this I guarantee. You'll know where to find me when it's time. Take care of each other and know that until then, I'll keep you in my heart and in my mind. And I'll meet you in heaven when it's time. Yes, I'll meet you in heaven when it's time. Meet you in heaven. Meet you in heaven.
Wow. All right. I was crying. Your words are magical there, Steve. Thank you. I'm sorry about the losses, but you did got a beautiful song there. And thank you so much for being part of this today.
Well, thank you. And
really grateful to have you. And please turn on your cameras. Give this guy, please give it, if you can, just share your love.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah. And, I like to co-write. If songwriters want to co-write, you see where I'm coming from. So you like to write something like that, you have a good idea, I'm always up for it. I mean, we live to
What's
co-write.
the best way for someone to reach out to you if they want to co-write with you?
Facebook, Steve Stern Music, email. Facebook's probably the easiest, the messenger thing,
Sure.
Email. New Anthem Music is my publishing company, so newanthammusic@comcast.net's my email. But I'm pretty open, I like to listen to stuff. I might not be able to come up with something, but I might come up with something pretty decent too. So you never know, words or music, you never know.
Wonderful. Well, Steve, thank you for joining us. So look forward to having you return.
Yeah, and I've had this on the whole time I've been here, and I've been listening, and I've been doing some work and stuff and getting ready. So I appreciate everybody out here doing this, and songwriters, we unite. And I appreciate what you guys do. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Screen over here. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
See you guys.
All right, I'm heading over to Oregon to Emily, who happens to be one of our nominated rising stars of 2021. We happen to be big fans over here in New York. And how are you doing today, Emily?
I'm doing really well. I'm so happy to be back here. Thank you for having me.
Grateful to have you. And Could you share a little bit about your background for those who are hearing you for the first time?
Yeah, totally. So my name's Emily. I'm a senior in college. I go to Berkeley also. Mackenzie, from earlier also goes to Berkeley, so that was cool. It's fun to see more Berkeley people. Yeah, and I am a singer-songwriter. I didn't really start writing songs until like a little over a year ago, but since then I've been, trying to release some stuff and put myself out there more, I guess, get more comfortable with doing that. And yeah, I write kind of more folky singer-songwriter stuff. My influences like Joni Mitchell, Carole King for like oldies stuff, and more current stuff. I love Phoebe Bridgers and Maggie Rogers and yeah, all that good stuff.
Well, I just, I'm a little biased because I sometimes, binge listen to artists that we're going to have here on the show. And I just appreciate your voice, but I should shut up to let you play and sing and do whatever you like. So what are you going to be sharing with us today?
I'm gonna do some covers and some originals. I got some stuff planned out. I tried to find some stuff that I didn't play last time, to throw in some new things. So
Absolutely. Well, Emily, thank you for being here. I'm grateful for your time, and I know you're a rising star. There's no doubt in my mind, and I believe other people here will agree. And thank you for being at Jeff's Place. Thanks for returning, and the stage is yours.
Thank you. I also see that my friend Jen just messaged and said hi. So hi, Jen. Thank you for being here. Okay, I'm going to start out with a cover by Katie Tunstall. She's very cool if you don't know her. This is called Other Side of the World.
Over the sea and far away, she's waiting like an iceberg, waiting to change, but she's cold inside. She wants to be like the water. All the muscles tight in her face buries her soul in one embrace. They're one and the same, just like water. And the fire fades away. Most of every day is full of tired excuses, but it's too hard to say. I wish it was simple, but we give up easily. You're close enough to see that you're on the other side of the world to me. On comes the panic light, holding on with fingers and feelings alike. But the time has come to move along, and the fire fades away. And most of every day is full of tired excuses, but it's too hard to say. I wish it was simple, but we give up easily. You're close enough to see that you're on the other side of the world. Can you help me? Can you let me go? And will you still love me when you can't see me anymore? And the fire fades away, and most of every day is full of tired excuses, but it's too hard to say. I wish it was simple, but we give up easily. You're close enough to see that you're on the other side of the world. You're on the other side of the world. You're on the other side of the world to me.
Wow. Wow. Beautiful. And there are people actually here from the other side of the world from you. So
Yes, that's very cool.
you have people at least eight time zones from you right now. I was looking at who's here. So
Wow,
wow.
that's awesome.
So what did you discover music? I mean, I just growing up, did you always sing in your family? Like, how did you discover your voice?
Yeah, I mean, my family loves music, and my dad is a drummer, and so I definitely grew up listening to music a
So
lot
so
and
you,
having
so you can
music in
keep
my
the
life.
beat. You're always on. I get that you keep the beat, but when did you realize or have the confidence to just sing, or did you not need it?
Well, I don't remember this, but obviously, but when I was really little, probably like 3, I guess, my mom, or maybe it was my cousin, someone heard me like singing Itsy Bitsy Spider, and they went like running into the other room, and they were like, she's singing it on pitch, she's like 3, how does she know how to sing it on key, or like keep
I
the
guess it's in your
pitch?
DNA. My God, wow.
And so that's, I guess, when my mom was like, oh, maybe we should have her do singing stuff, or at least try it out. So, and then I got into choir when I was in elementary school, and that's when I started doing it
Wow.
for fun more. But
Just
yeah.
curious, because you are truly a natural talent, and
Thanks.
wow.
Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, I've always loved it, but I didn't really realize it's what I wanted to be doing career-wise, I guess, until I was maybe like a freshman in high school. And
Look,
that's when I
there are
started.
people older than your parents who don't know what they want to do for a living. So the fact that you have an idea, you're way ahead of the game.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna do an original now. This is one I didn't play last time. This is one that is out now, though, if you want to listen to it again. It's, if you search my name, just Emily Sangder, you can find me on Spotify, Apple Music, what have you, whatever you listen to. And it's called From Now On. It's, I wrote this last spring, like kind of when everything shut down, but it's kind of just based on, well, it's based on like a certain situation. I'm trying to figure out how to explain it correctly. It's based on like a certain situation, but basically the whole meaning behind it is like, you think you're going to start something with somebody, and then they kind of back out, I guess, and you're kind of like, oh, okay, nice. I guess I'll go do something else then. More complicated than that, obviously, but that's the general gist. So yeah, this is called From Now On. If you want to listen to it more, you can do so if you just search my name places. Anyway, I'll stop rambling now. Here you go. Oh wait, I'm gonna turn my guitar up a little bit for this. Okay.
I went from being no one to knowing you, all in a few hours' time. I went from loving someone to missing you, feelings I cannot unwind. A ghost from your past came out that night. I wish you would have told me it was wrong. Instead you pulled away and twisted the knife. Is this where we will be from now on? I see her pull you closer, I watch your eyes, but your gaze goes from me to her instead. She won't ever love you, I say out of spite, but your lips start to fill with regret. A ghost from your past came out that night. I wish you would have told me to knowing you, but you left just as fast as you came. I went from being someone to watching you act just like nothing had changed. I'm tired of staying the same.
Yeah, wow.
I always that song has like very low notes, in which I wrote it, so it's my fault. But I always it seems like whenever I perform, the low notes just like disappear from my voice completely. So I have to try extra hard for those.
It's all good. And if you're here, guys, this is toward the end of the show. You could keep your cameras on if you'd like. Let Emily see who you are, if you can. I appreciate that we are background music for some, but share the love, please, and please be sure to follow her on social and be generous with to her tip jar if you can. It's just nice to see everyone here. So is Emma call you Em? Is it right?
Yeah, totally.
I have a niece who's Emily is also M for us. So
yeah, no, everyone calls me M. No worries.
Fair enough.
Okay, I'm gonna do another cover now. I don't know if any of you know who the Weepies are, but I love the Weepies. They're like this married duo, like folk duo. They're awesome. I saw them in Boston like a year ago. Anyway, you should check them out. But this is a song of theirs. It's called Nobody Knows Me at All. I like to think of it as a sad song that's disguised as a happy song because the chords sound very uplifting. But this is a little bit of a different arrangement that my voice teacher at school came up with. So there's a few like jazzier chords in there that I like to add in. So anyway, this is Nobody Knows Me at All. Oh, I'm gonna turn the guitar back down a little bit. There we go.
When I was a child, everybody smiled. Nobody knows me at all. Very late at night and in the morning light, nobody knows me at all. I've got lots of friends, yes, but then again, nobody knows me at all. Kids and a wife, it's a beautiful life. Nobody knows me at all. And oh, when the lights are low, oh, with someone I don't know, oh, I don't give a damn, I'm happy as a clam. Nobody knows me at all. What can you do? There's nobody like you. Nobody knows me at all. And oh, when the lights are low, oh, with someone I don't know, I know how you feel, no secrets to reveal. Nobody knows me at all. Very late at night and in the morning light, nobody knows me at all. Nobody knows me, nobody knows me, nobody knows me at all.
Wow. All right. So you got me crying. It's all good.
That's what I'm saying. It's a very sad song, but it doesn't sound like it unless you actually listen to what they're saying.
You share that story through the way that you're singing it, and it's pretty intense in a beautiful, beautiful way.
Thank you. Thanks. Okay, let me retune everything a little bit again. But I'm gonna play another original. This is one that I did play last time. Another one that is out if you want to listen to it. This is the first song I ever released anywhere, or the first original song, so it's special to me in that way. I wrote it about a year ago. It sounds like, I know, I feel like when people listen to it, it's like you think, oh, that's obviously about like a romantic relationship, and I actually wrote it about just a friendship that I had that like was not going super well at the time, but we've worked everything out now and it's fine. But it's kind of just about feeling like you're putting in too much effort into the relationship and you're not really getting that effort back, and you're kind of realizing that. So you're like, maybe this is not something that I want in my life anymore. And that is okay. Anyway, this is called Something New, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
Keep one eye on the door, waiting for my mind to let you in. Puzzle pieces on the floor, I can't figure out what I did for you to hurt me. Contradicting what I say, I never feel your sympathy. Build me up, lead me astray, I'll never see change. I need la-da-da-da-da, la-da-da. I see myself giving the world to you. Love me until you find something Dissonance fills my room. You've never been inside my head. There's nothing I can do to bring you back to me I see myself giving the world to you. Love me until you find something new. You take until I'm giving it all away. You make me feel like I'm the one who changed. You make me feel like I'm the one who changed.
Yeah, wow. I have to figure out a better word than wow, but one day I will. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. Thanks so much. All right, moving on to another cover. I'm a little nervous to do this one because I haven't done this whole song in front of people before.
Just breathe. You're fine. Nothing to be nervous about. We're a friendly crowd, a loving crowd. We're here to support you.
Yes, thank you. Okay, so another one of my big influences, like it's been an influence since I was 9, basically, is Taylor Swift.
T-Swift, okay.
T-Swift. I love T-Swift. And, you know, like, I feel like she's had so many different eras, I guess you can call
Versions
it.
of herself, yeah.
Versions of herself. Like, not everybody is into every version, and that's totally cool. I have, like, been into all of the versions of her because, you know, I just vibe with her music, I guess. But anyway, what she's been releasing recently, I've been really strongly vibing with. It's way more up my alley with just other stuff that I listen to. Like, my parents have never been huge T Swift fans, but even they like the stuff that she's
like
releasing
from
now.
folklore
So,
and stuff.
yeah, so like that says something, I guess. But anyway, so this is a song that she released off her most recent album, and it's super sad. So sorry for all the sad music. That's just kind of
one day you'll do happy music, I'm sure.
One day I'll do happy music, of course. I have happier stuff later on, so. But anyway, this is a song off her most recent album. It's about a breakup, but it's like coming from the perspective of like you broke it, like from the breakup, like I broke up with you, so I'm writing this song about it. Melancholy is about being part of it. Totally agree with that. Okay, anyway, yeah, this is off her most recent album. This has low notes in it too, so I'm gonna try my best to not screw those up this time. This is called Champagne Problems. Let me turn this up a little bit more.
You broke the night train for a reason, so you could sit there in this hurt. Bustling crowds are silent sleepers. You're not sure which is worse, because I dropped your hand while dancing, left you out there standing, crestfallen on the land in champagne problems. Your mom's ring in your pocket, my picture in your wallet. Your heart was glass, I dropped it. Champagne problems. You told your family for a reason you couldn't keep it in. Your sister splashed out on the bottle. Now no one's celebrating. Dom Perignon, you bought it. No crowd of friends applauded. Your hometown skeptics called it champagne problems. You had a speech, you're speechless. Love slipped beyond your reaches. I couldn't give a reason. Champagne problems. Your Midas touch on the Chevy door, November flush and your flannel cure. This storm was once a madhouse. I made a joke, well it's made for me. How evergreen, our group of friends, don't think we'll say that word again. And soon they'll have the nerve to deck the halls that we once walked through. 1 for the money, 2 for the show. I never was ready, so I watch you go. Sometimes you just don't know the answer till someone's on their knees and asked you. She would have made such a lovely bride. What a shame she's stuck in her head, they said, but you'll find the real thing instead. She'll patch up your tapestry that I shred and hold your hand while dancing, never leave you standing, crestfallen on the landing with champagne problems. problems. Her mom's ring in your pocket, her picture in your wallet. You won't remember all my champagne problems. You won't remember all my champagne problems.
Wow, Champagne Problems live.
Champagne Problems. I also learned what that term meant when I first heard that song. I did not know what that meant.
Well, it can mean lots of different things, I suppose, too.
Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'll do. This is a cover that I was like unsure if I wanted to do, but I guess I will do it because, yeah, I'm feeling it. Okay. Switching gears completely. This is a John Lennon song.
Ooh.
I learned this because back when I was playing live shows, rest in peace, my dad's coworker came to a show and he was like, "Can you learn this John Lennon song because I sing it to my children?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So this is Beautiful Boy.
Close your eyes, have no fear. The monster's gone, it's on the run, and your daddy's here. Sorry about that. Beautiful, 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 beautiful boy. Beautiful, 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 beautiful boy. Before you go to sleep, say a little prayer. Every day, in every way, it's getting better and better. Beautiful, 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 beautiful boy. Oh, beautiful, 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 beautiful boy. Out on the ocean, sailing away. Oh, I could hardly wait to see you come of age. But I guess that we'll both just have to be patient, 'cause it's a long way to go, a hard road to hoe. It's a long way to go, but in the meantime, before you cross the street, please take my hand. Life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans. Beautiful, 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 beautiful boy. Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful boy. Oh, beautiful, 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 beautiful boy. Oh, darling, 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 darling boy.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Wow. So beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. Just absolutely beautiful.
Thanks. Yeah, it's a really beautiful song.
But it's a song, but it's the way you sing it too, right? It's the way you wrap your voice around those lyrics and the way that you bring it to life makes me
you.
cry. So it's because you could read the lyrics and not be sad, but the emotional eloquence of how you're singing it is just needs to be said is really special.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. I don't want to make. I'm sorry to make you cry though.
It's
don't
okay.
like
It
to make
means that
people
we're
cry.
connecting. That you're connecting with the world here. It's anyway. It's John Lennon's fault. You just happen
It's
to
John Lennon's
amplify him.
fault. Yeah.
But
You just blame John Lennon.
I know. I know. It's a beautiful thing actually. It's a cathartic release, and it's also just the way that the world is. Right. You're able to take. One of the reasons why music is timeless, right, is you take moments in time, you put them to pen to paper, and from generation to generation, some songs resonate regardless of where you are. And that's an example of a song that will forever be a song that can be heard and played.
Totally.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Okay, I have to really tune down for these next couple. I have a couple more planned. One's an original and one's one of my favorite covers to do that I'm gonna end with. But so this next one is an original, and actually, fun fact, it comes out tomorrow.
Yay!
On all streaming stuff.
Yay!
So if you want to listen to it with like strings and stuff and all that stuff that I can't have here, then you can hear it again tomorrow when it comes out. This is a song that I wrote. Okay, so I said that I started writing songs like a year ago, which is true. But this was the first song I ever. This is the first time I even like dabbled with songwriting, which was like 6 years ago. And I wrote this. I was just messing around in this different tuning, and I liked this little thing that I came up with, and then I didn't really think of it after that. Like, I kind of wrote words to it, but I never really liked it, and then I just decided that I was never going to play it ever again, so I got stowed away forever. And then 2 years ago, my friend wanted to do a song for a school project, and oh my gosh, I'm like, there we go. Needed to do a song for a school project, and she wanted to use one of my songs. She was like, I need to produce something. Can I produce one of your original songs? And I was like, oh, well, I don't really have any, except for this one that I wrote 5 years ago that I don't like. And she was like, well, let me listen to it. Mike, I'm sure that it's better than what you're saying it is. And I was
and I'm sure it was.
And so I played it for her, and there were some lyrical things that I was just like, cringy. I don't like that. We have, like, if this is going to be anywhere, those things need to disappear and change. So we changed some lyric stuff. She helped me rewrite a few things. And she ended up recording this beautiful arrangement of it with all these cool string players and people from my school, and it's coming out tomorrow.
Yay.
So people can hear the full thing tomorrow. But anyway, so this song has a longer story than other songs. Sorry, I got distracted. Okay, almost ready. It's hard to talk and tune correctly at the same time. I just want to make sure that it's actually in tune, because if it's not really in tune, then it'll sound not good. Anyway, this is called Only One. Hopefully I remember all the rewrite stuff that we did. I feel like I still have like that old version from 6 years ago in my head sometimes. But I was practicing earlier, so hopefully it'll be fine. Okay. Okay, here we go. That was so much talking, sorry.
to see tomorrow where you are the only one Write me a verse where the words have a meaning. Oh, give me a piece of your past. 'Cause the truth is you're everything I have been needing. I'll give you my all so this can last. The days are like new beginnings. You never know what comes next. So give me a new dawn to see tomorrow where you are the only you are the only you are the only one left. New eyes lurk in the distance, but you say you only wish to see mine.
Wow. Turn on those cameras, give the applause, show those hands. It's beautiful. Wow.
Thank you. If you there's a, like I said, version coming out with I feel like whenever I perform these songs live, it's always missing. Like I hear like the guitar solo that's supposed to be there, or like the big string thing that's
I like
supposed
the
to be
stripped down
there.
version. It's kind of nice. You know, it's
Yeah, I do
it's-
too, totally. But if you want to hear it with strings and all that really nice, good stuff, then that'll be out tomorrow.
Yay.
Okay, so I have one more.
Just one more?
I mean, I can do more afterwards too, but one more planned, I guess I'll say.
Okay.
So this one is, there's a few people on here that I know, or like a couple people that I know from, like that I grew up with, and I'm sure that anyone who grew up with me has heard me play this song like a trillion times because I just love this song so much. I need to tune a little bit again. But anyway, this is a Joni Mitchell song, and I put those two in order together because they're both in the same alternate tuning. So I was like, that'll fit in the set perfectly. But yeah, this is one of my favorite Joni Mitchell songs. Sure, it's a song that pretty much everyone on here knows. It's also like one of like, just I think one of the best songs written ever, if I can argue that. And it means a lot to me. I played this song for my college audition, whenever that was, a long time ago. And so I think of this as like the song that got me into college, so it has that special meaning for me also. But it has so many amazing meanings, as we all know, and I feel like I'm just gonna rambling again, so I'll just start playing it.
There's no rambling, just speak. It's good, whatever you like.
Okay, anyway, this is classic Joni Mitchell song. This is Both Sides Now.
Rows and floors of angel hair and ice cream castles in the air, feather canyons everywhere. I've looked at clouds that way, but now they only block the sun. They rain and snow on everyone. So many things I would have done, but clouds got in my way. I've looked at clouds from both sides now, from up and down, and still somehow it's cloud illusions that I recall. I really don't know clouds at all. Moons and Junes and Ferris wheels, the dizzy dancing way you feel as every fairy tale comes real. I've looked at love that way, but now it's just another show. You leave 'em laughing when you go, but if you care, don't let them know. Don't give yourself away. I've looked at love from both sides now, from give and take, and still somehow it's love's illusions that I recall. I really don't know love at all. Tears and fears and feeling proud to say I love you right out loud. Dreams and schemes and circus crowds. I've looked at life that way, but now old friends are acting strange. They shake their heads, they say I've changed. Something's lost and something's gained in living every day. And I've looked at life from both sides now, from win and lose, and still somehow life's illusions that I recall. I really don't know life. I've looked at life from both sides now, from win and lose, and still somehow life's illusions that I recall. I really don't know life at all.
Wow, absolutely beautiful. And you wouldn't believe this, but I actually wrote down both sides now right before you started singing, guessing what
Really?
you sung. Yes.
That's awesome. Thank you.
It was beautiful. Wow. So I don't want to take advantage, but the fact you are here, you do have an audience, even if some people don't want to turn their cameras on, but they are hearing you. Do you have time for one or two more songs?
Yeah, totally.
Oh, awesome. All right. So what song does would your parents love hearing you play that you haven't done already?
Oh, I feel like I played a lot of their faves.
Wow. Is there you want to go a deeper cut for you?
I'm like
For
watching them right now. I'm like seeing if they're, yeah, type something in the chat, Mom.
What's the other Joni the upbeat one?
Oh, what about Big Yellow Taxi?
Oh, yeah, sure. More Joni.
That's really fun.
More Joni, yes.
On the Joni Mitchell scene, yeah. Hey, Jeff, thank you so much for this. It's amazing.
Thank you. Literally, thank you. Thank you both.
Well, we didn't do anything.
Oh, you're here.
Okay. I'm already in that tuning, so
Okay.
no need. So we don't have to spend a lot of time on that. That's nice. Okay.
Big Yellow Taxi, give it on up.
Well, they paved paradise and put up a parking lot with a big hotel, a boutique, and a swinging hot spot. Well, don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. Well, they took all the trees and put them in a tree museum, and they charged the people $1.50 just to see them. Well, don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. Hey, farmer, farmer, put away that DDT now. Give me spots on my apples, believe me, the birds and the bees. Please, don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. Late last night, I heard the screen door slam, and a big yellow taxi took away my old man. Well, don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. Well, don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you got till it's gone? They paved paradise and put up a parking lot. Well, they paved paradise and put up a parking lot. Well, they paved paradise and put up a parking lot.
Yeah, Big Yellow Taxi. All right, so I'll ask from me. Are you comfortable with any James Taylor / Carole King?
So okay, well, I'm in the process of learning a James Taylor song. I cannot play it right now. But I am in the process, so maybe sometime in the future I can play that one, hopefully.
Okay.
James Taylor guitar stuff is so cool, but it's just like so beyond my level of guitar that it takes a very long time to learn. But I am actually in the process of learning something, so hopefully in the future I can bring that one out.
Oh, good.
And then the only Carole King one that I know off the top of my head is the one I played last time, the Will You Love Me Tomorrow, which I can do if you want me to. But...
Yeah, why not? It is a beautiful song, and you do it quite well. So
okay, yeah, totally. Okay, I have to tune again though, so give me a second. Sorry.
Well, and by the way, thank you, Em, for playing with us. It's really an honor to have all the artists here today, and I appreciate you being present here tonight. It's just really nice.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me, and thank you to all the other artists. I loved listening to everybody's sets performing. It was really awesome. And thank you to all the audience members for being here. I see some people that I know, which is really awesome, and a lot of people that I don't know, which is also awesome. Okay, sorry about that. It's always awkward, but it must be done, unfortunately. Okay. Let me just pull up a little lyric reminder here, just so I don't epically mess up. Thank you for all the nice comments and stuff that I'm seeing. I haven't read through all of them yet, but I see them.
Yeah, there's lots of love being shared. I promise.
It's really awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, here we go. Sweet. Okay.
Tonight you're mine completely. You give your love so sweetly. Tonight the light of love is in your eyes. But will you love me tomorrow? Is this a lasting treasure or just a moment's pleasure? Can I believe the magic of your sighs? Will you still love me tomorrow? Tonight with words unspoken, you say I'm not the only one.
Or you say I'm the only one. That didn't make sense.
But will my heart be broken when the night meets the morning sun? I'd like to know that your love is love that I can be sure of. So tell me now, and I won't ask again. Will you still love me tomorrow?
Oh my God! Wow, beautiful! Like well, everything you sang today was beautiful. But if we're
Thank
gonna end
you.
on anything, that was a beautiful. That was just absolutely gorgeous.
Thanks. Sorry for the random. Whenever, like, I don't usually
No,
bother
actually,
with.
I appreciate the randomness because it actually adds to it. And you're right about changing the lyric. By the way, it totally makes sense the way you did it.
Right, because I was like, I usually don't care about changing little lyrics, things like that, but when it totally doesn't make sense with what I'm saying, I was like, okay, no, I have to.
No, it makes total sense. I mean, it's totally real. And I thank you because you actually kind of mesmerizing it when you sing that. You stop time, at least our time, and I didn't realize how long you've been playing for. And I feel kind of a little guilty about.
Oh my gosh, no, it's totally fine. Thank you
It
for
is just
letting me play
amazing.
so long.
It is. First of all, I'm grateful that you're here to play, and it's just magical. And when I said you were one of our rising stars for 2021, I wasn't kidding. It's just something just magical about your presence, the voice, and where you're at, and just very special. So I want to
Thank you.
thank you. I want to thank. Really, I want to just give a shout out to all the artists who are here today. You were absolutely terrific, as was everyone for being here, for being present, for sharing their voice, for sharing their hearts with all of us. And so it's really, it's to Steve and to Sarah, to Dave, to Dan, to you, to really everyone here, to Mackenzie, and it's just really special to be able to bring people together from all over the world where we don't always agree about anything, but we can agree that we love music and that there's certain things that are priceless about the way that the words of songs bring back memories. Sometimes like when someone sings, you don't know why like you may create an emotional reaction that we cry, but what it is you trigger a moment that we remember associated with that song as much as the song that you're singing. And so it's sort of like looking at a photograph or taking a smell of something or going back to a place that used to be familiar. You can travel in your mind through space and time through that music because it's timeless, so it's unbounded. So really want to thank everybody who's been part of Jeff's Place, both today and in the past and really in the future. And I do have to thank Lauren and Harry for helping make every show happen. They are the ultimate people who make me look good, give me confidence that we're going to get things done. And I thank all of you for being here. We have shows every Thursday. I'm kind of grateful that we actually have, I think, more artists who want to play than time we have available. So I don't know whether we're going to add another day or what we're going to do, but we'll figure that stuff out. And we just recently started doing shows for people because although I knew it forever that, whenever people do whether you go live on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, you don't have an audience. You have an audience, but you can't really see and feel the people as much as just seeing random comments go across the screen. So I thought, why not take this kind of format where it's interactive and you could see the people you play to and provide it as a way for people to better connect. So we're doing that actively soon, and this will continue too. I kind of like it that we're growing. It's organically growing, and the people who do come, I mean, statistically, people come and they stay for 2 hours at a time. Not everybody, but it rotates, and it's just crazy. And to be able to have folks from as far away as Jerusalem all the way to the west coast of the U.S. and occasionally some of our friends from Hawaii just pop in. It's just kind of nuts that way. But when technology works, it's pretty amazing how it just flows. And you may not have been alive when we experienced Live Aid, but the opportunity to bring the world together as one, right? We go and you go from place to place to place. It's just kind of magical like that. So it's kind of fun. And Steve, thank you for being here. It was just I really did enjoy your sound, and your songwriting is just wow. And I see Ben Duffy's here. I don't know if his camera's on, but Ben and his brother Aiden are a couple of our rising stars out of Ireland. Absolutely wonderful musicians in their own right. And I guess it's getting late in Ireland, but at least they're hanging out, so it's fun. So we're gonna formally close the show. We can end it, and we'll keep the mics open for a little bit. And really thank everybody. Joyce, nice to see you, and Jennifer, thanks for all the comments there. And it's just so fun. So and Dave, thanks for coming back in too. Wow, this is fun.